Session.
What a turnaround year it has been for Benton. They finished 7th at the 5A South a year ago. Didn't even make it to the postseason. That's a loaded 5A South Conference. Benton on top of the conference this year. Pine Bluff finished 3rd. They knocked off Lake Hamill to get here. Let's take a look, though, at a little deeper dive. Benton on their bracket. The road to make it to Hot Springs, and it was absolutely tough. A lot of nail biters. Let's take a look at that. Benton making it all the way to the championship. Mountain Home was first, knocked off Maumelle. As we actually look at Pine Bluff first, they knocked off Lake Hamilton in one of the best games in postseason history in the state of Arkansas, knocking off Coach Pennington and company. Boy, they got a good player in Courtney Crutchfield. He's who we're going to lean on and key in on today.
Yeah, and look, 19.5 points a game, 7.6 rebounds per game. He's a commitment to the University of Missouri football team, all-around athlete. I will say this. I've been watching Courtney Crutchfield for a while now. He might be a better basketball player than he is a football player. The kid is really talented, and it's going to be a matchup to see how he faces up against Benton in this one.
Well, as we look at Benton, we kind of jumped the gun on that. The bracket and what it took to get them here, they had a loaded bracket on their side as well. They knocked off Maumelle in an overtime thriller. They're in the quarterfinals, handed Little Rock Parkview an 18-point loss, and then now they'll face the Zebras for the 3rd time. Very familiar foes, trying to make it their first state championship in school history. Pine Bluff trying to make it 15. They've won 14 state titles. A loaded Pine Bluff bunch. Benton good as well. We expect a good one. What are your keys to the game?
Well, and look, Terrion Burgess, first off, you see him right there. The kid is outstanding. And I will tell you this, JB. You want to talk about a key to the game? Terrion Burgess is the key for Benton. You get him rolling in this one, and Terrion Burgess is one of the best players, not only in the state of Arkansas, but in the entire country. 24 points a game, 10 rebounds a game. I look at between him and Boating over at Little Rock Central as probably the 2 best basketball players in the state of Arkansas this year. And if they can keep him out of foul trouble, because that's one thing that Pine Bluff is going to do. They're going to go after him hard and try to get him into foul trouble. And if he can stay out of foul trouble, boy, Benton's going to be set up nicely.
He's a walking double-double. You talked about his impact. What do each team need to do to pick up the win today?
Well, I think really for both teams, I look at Benton first, or excuse me, Pine Bluff first. And really what it comes down to is you got to clamp down on Burgess, and you got to win the rebound battle. If you don't do that, it's all for naught. He is such a force down low that if they can't defend the boards, it's going to be a long day for the Pine Bluff Zebras. As for Benton, I tell you one thing, this is a team that they've got to limit Pine Bluff to second chance points and really not allow for Courtney Crutchfield and this Pine Bluff Zebra team to get off to a hot start. These two teams have seen each other a couple times. It was a really close game both times. You're not going to see anybody jump out early in this one, but you don't want old Mo to roll in and take this one over, because I'll tell you this, I've been doing games for 14 years right here. And things change when you walk onto the arena floor here in Hot Springs. I don't care what you've done all year, when you get under the bright lights, you get on TV, there's just a little bit different mojo working for each team going into a Friday, Saturday in Hot Springs.
Well, a 5A title game on the line. Benton, just their second appearance in school history. They made it back in 2008. Weren't able to get the job done, so you know the jitters play a factor. Pine Bluff, they were here a year ago. Certainly that will play to their advantage, but you kind of throw away everything when it comes down to the state final game. You look at head coach Dexter Hendricks, the head Benton Panther, Billy Dixon, the head coach for Pine Bluff, the 5A coach of the year a year ago. Loaded lineups. Benton's lineup will go like this. Caden Higgins, A.D. Gray. Terrion Burgess will jump center. Elam Shelby, Javarius Russell, younger brother of Braylon Russell, and Harrison Prickett. And then for Pine Bluff, they're going to go with Braylon Hall, Darion Graydon, Jamal Hickman, Courtney Crutchfield, of course, and then the final man,
Boy, the atmosphere, probably one of the best atmospheres we're going to see outside of that 6A game tonight. A lot of folks have packed in here to Bank OZK Arena for this one.
Darion Graydon and Tyrion Burgess at midcourt to jump center. And here we go. The 5A state title game is underway. JB Brazil alongside RJ Hawk. Glad you're with us as Benton controls the opening tip as they look to set up offense. Both teams scored a high clip. Benton averaging 68 a game. Trying to score first, can't do it. A rebound, a push out. Pine Bluff, they like to move fast. They average 65 points a game. As Crutchfield shot altered off the side of the glass. Benton moving the other way. Trying to push the tempo. That's Prickett. Throws it away. Crutchfield, an interception. End to end and knocked out of play by Javarius Russell.
I tell you what, you talk about how feelings, you got emotions rolling into this one. It's a final game, so you're going to see a much faster pace than what you normally see in one of these games.
Darion Graydon traveled with the basketball as he tried to pound his way in. You're right, this is going to be a gritty, aggressive game. Darion Graydon averaging 11.7 points per contest, but he's also averaging 8.6 rebounds per game. He's a guy that can do it all close to the glass. Still scoreless, just 45 seconds gone here in period number one. Panthers trying to make it 3 straight on the year against Pine Bluff. Pull up 3, Harrison Prickett too strong. Battle for the rebound. A.D. Gray, put back good.
That's a great job skying for the rebound. Take a dribble and put it back. You're going to see some guys elevate in this one.
This Benton Panthers team riding a 16-game winning streak. They went undefeated in conference play. Their last loss came to Archbishop Wood on December 29th, just after Christmas. They are playing at a very high level. Crutchfield trying to answer, pull-up, jumper, rimming out. Offensive board and a putback from Randy Emerson Jr., one of the other starters.
That's a great job right there. You don't initially get the rebound. You keep fighting, keep finding it, get it, and just stick it right back in.
So both teams with an offensive rebound and a putback. Second chance points. We talked about that being a key. So far, things all square. Now a drive. Little jump step, too much traffic, and Prickett walks with the basketball.
Just shuffled his feet there. He was trying to get position down low, shuffled his feet and went up with it. Good call by the official on the far side.
Now Benton bringing in a little bit of full court man, just trying to bring a little bit of pressure to slow things down for the Zebras. That's Braylon Hall who runs the point. A guy averaging 7.7 assists a game. They run their offense through Hall. There's a drive-through, stripped by A.D. Gray, and Benton's got numbers. 3-on-1. Russell tried to lob to Burgess, but it's denied. Crutchfield on the other end, sticks it, and he's going to the line.
Great job right there by Crutchfield. You got to go up and attack the basket, and you know you're going to have rim pressure when you get up there, and that time just a great follow through to get the bucket to go and get the foul.
A.D. Gray was the one that initiated contact. He picked up the personal. Crutchfield can't complete the three-point play, though. It is rowdy in the Spa City today. Still early in quarter number one. Benton trailing by a bucket as Pine Bluff takes their first lead of the day. They'll kick it out. Corner 3. Shelby buckets.
Yeah, he's going to hit you every time in that corner like that.
And then and one other end. Darion Graydon beating the Panthers up the floor. A chance at a three-point play.
I tell you, back and forth we go. If you are in the arena right now, it is a massive Pine Bluff crowd, massive Benton crowd, and the emotions are going crazy on both sides.
Graydon completes the three-point play. We talked about Darion Graydon averaging 11.7 points a game, but he does it all. 3.7 assists average per game, 2.3 blocks, just under 2 steals a game. He is a do-it-all kind of guy. They're going to need him to do it all today if they're going to beat Benton for the first time this year. Foul on Burgess down low on the entry pass. Good defense, but a little too much contact as the Panthers will inbounds on the baseline. Burgess will be the trigger man. Very physical early, couple fouls from both sides. He'll feed Burgess. Pull up from the elbow. Got it to go. All square at 7. Now Braylon Hall in the offense. They try to set something up. He's guarded by Javarius Russell. He pulls up, wants an elbow jumper too, and he got that one.
Boy, that is a great job. You're battling, trying to get position. You lost your position you lost your balance there for a minute. Was able to pull up and make the shot.
Hall, a 5A South all-conference player a year ago, and then on the defensive side, Russell is swatted out of play. Tried to go with a left-hand layup, but there was no home cooking. It's good defense. Coming on the side, Jamal Hickman with the rejection.
And I think that he was wanting a foul call.
Hickman just blocks Burgess. That's back-to-back for Hickman. A foul after the block. We'll see. That's going to be on the floor.
And he blocked Burgess, and really it's because Burgess was falling backwards when he never went to his highest point. He was falling backwards and just never was able to find a good position.
Now a 3-ball. Prickett, money from the wing.
You're not going to find many open shots like that one in this game.
Prickett gives the Panthers a 1-point advantage, and then Russell flashing for the steal, but he got too much arm of Braylon Hall. You like the idea, but boy, how about that kick out to Prickett?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I bet you we don't see any more opportunities that you're that wide open for a 3-point shot. Everything's going to be contested in this one, and you know, if you can get them while you get them, go for it.
Both of these teams scoring defense right at 53 points a game. They are lockdown defenders at this level. That's why that 5A South was so good. And Hall tried to draw the contact, couldn't keep his balance, and he turns it over with a travel.
Well, a little out of control as he was rolling in there. He went in there violently and just lost control and traveled with the basketball.
Bringing it ahead, Harrison Prickett. He knocked down that 3-ball a moment ago that gave the Panthers the lead, and now an offensive foul. That's a moving screen on A.D. Gray. Player control foul, and the turnover gives it back to the Zebras. 10-9. It is back and forth early from Hot Springs. We'll step aside. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charity, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Support for Arkansas PBS Sports comes from Wendy's, who invite you to try their brand new breakfast burrito to get your morning rolling. Available at all participating U.S. Wendy's. Wendy's. I'll tell you what, JB, the pace of this game is frantic, but one thing to note, Benton right now has not shot a 3-point shot. Pine Bluff is 2 of 3 right now on shooting threes. Or excuse me, Benton is 2 of 3 right now.
That's right. That's the difference in the game. Both teams have a lot of scoring. 4 players on each side have gotten into the action with scoring. Neither side has a player that scored more than 3 points. Shelby and Prickett both with a 3-ball. They have 3 apiece. Deron Graydon had a 3-point play. He's the only player for Pine Bluff with 3. Everybody else that scored has 2 points, so very good distributed scoring. And while we got a moment, we need to take a moment and talk about the late Freddie Reinhardt, a Benton legend.
Yeah.
Boy, he would be smiling and love to be a part of this run. They know he's looking down from above.
Freddie would be sitting right front row watching his Benton Panthers, and he'd be right in the middle of this whole thing. He was a longtime supporter. He supported football, basketball, baseball, and passed away a few weeks ago. And yeah, he's watching down from above right now.
The heart and soul of this team, as there's a nice feed, the dunk, look out below Darian Graydon.
I mean, love the no-look pass and the dunk right there. And it was just a matter of time before we got our first dunk.
Benton trying to respond. Prickett steps up and knocks down the J. Prickett looking good. Hit a 3-ball a moment ago and knocked that down with confidence.
Yeah, it just had a little bit of space, and back and forth we go on the score.
1 point advantage for Benton after Pine Bluff took the lead on that dunk. And now too many steps from Caden Higgins turns it over.
You know, if Pine Bluff just slowed down just a touch.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing at such a frantic pace. If they slowed down to get their feet underneath them, they'd be able to set up their plays a little bit more.
That's exactly right. Both teams now with 4 turnovers apiece. You get the figure that whoever can limit those has a better chance to win this thing. Outlet to Crutchfield after the miss. Cradle lays it up. Nice finish.
Well, I tell you what, right before that play, Benton's Terrion Burgess laid a block. And just a screen right there, and a poor kid just ran right into a wall.
Yeah, that's not fun. Burgess is not a small frame either.
A 6'9" junior, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you're running full speed into that, it's like hitting one of those barricades outside of Benton rolling to Hot Springs.
Not a good idea. Burgess holding offers from many Power 5 schools. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Ole Miss. The list goes on and on. Alabama's on that list. That guy is a highly touted recruit.
Yeah, pretty much any school in the Power 5 school in the country is wanting. If it's a name, they want him.
That's exactly right. He's been held at bay thus far. Crutchfield, the steal, trying to take it himself. Too strong, but right there for the putback, Randy Emerson Jr.
Well, that's a great job. You saw Pine Bluff slow it down a little bit. Crutchfield led the way and was able to get the score.
Panthers trying to respond down by 3, their largest deficit. If that tells you anything, this game's been so close. Russell, jump stab, nicely off the glass, got the friendly roll. On the other end, Crutchfield trying to beat the defense, but Burgess denies.
JB, I tell you what, Courtney Crutchfield looked back and he just clapped. And it was a foul, right? But he comes in, look at that. Courtney Crutchfield goes, wow, where did he come from?
So they're going to get the foul on Burgess. Boy, you couldn't hear a whistle because of how loud this stadium is. Crutchfield can't connect on the first one, so the best he can do is make it a 2-point lead. Well, this has been a good one early. The crowd getting rowdy. Crutchfield gets 1 of 2, gets that one to fall. And now the Panthers a chance to tie or take the lead here with about 1:50 to play in the first. Now Burgess feeds to Prickett. Good defense from the Zebras. Prickett, the hesitation. Kick out. Russell, one more. Now the drive. Russell finds Shelby. Off iron left, out of play, and the Zebras will have it up 2.
I'll tell you what, Terrion Burgess, for being 6'9", he handles the ball really, really well. I mean, can really dribble drive, and he's got great handles on the basketball.
Well, you got to like a guy like that. Got a good basketball IQ as well. There's a reason everybody's wanting him at the next level. That 3's off the mark from the corner, but a nice offensive rebound. The pump fake, couldn't get it to go. Second try, yes, from Darian Graydon. My goodness, that kid's throwing some effort.
I tell you what, he was able to just get a fingertip on that last one for it to go back in there. And boy, I feel like we played a full game. We're only 7 minutes into this one as this one goes.
Another bucket on this side. Benton cutting the deficit to 2 with under 1 to play. Courtney Crutchfield only got 5 points on the day. Graydon leads all scorers with 7. He and Prickett both have 7 as Burgess flashing.
I think they're going to call a foul on Pine Bluff.
So the Zebras on the foul after the takeaway. And with 46 seconds, still a 10-second differential between the shot and game clock. If the Zebras can hold, more than likely they'll get the final shot of the quarter.
I tell you, you just don't want to see it. The way, I don't understand how you're not having to sub people out regularly with as fast as this game's moving back and forth. I mean, they just made Pine Bluff just made their first substitution. Benton has not substituted anybody yet, and the pace of this game, these guys are incredibly conditioned.
Yeah, that's Austin Dendy. He's the player for Pine Bluff that came in. Well, they're a lot more conditioned than I am, I'll tell you that. Nice steal for the Panthers, but tried to push too much. The Panthers get it back. Burgess, left hand, we're tied.
Ties the ball game, 18-18.
So the Zebras will hold here for the final shot, more than likely. They'll kick it corner. 3 no good. The Panthers the rebound now. They'll get the chance. Zebras pushed, and it might have come back to cost them. No, as that one's out of bounds off of Caleb Knight.
But once again, the pace moving so fast, players are trying to run before they catch the football. We talk about in football all the time. You got to catch it first. And right now you're seeing guys just want to move so fast.
7th turnover of the game as that 3 balls off the mark. Crutchfield, the rebound and put back. Right before the buzzer sounds, we've played 1 quarter from Hot Springs. It's a tight one. Pine Bluff up a bucket. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Southern Loft is a proud sponsor of Arkansas PBS. It is our mission to tell your story by adding color with our furniture. And that's why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store. For more information, go to mysouthernloft.com.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody!
Is now in session.
Get your live action photos from the game at myarpbs.org/photos. Grab free downloads, have prints made. These are great championship keepsakes.
Well, RJ, it has gone back and forth, really even throughout. But one thing that's not even is the points in the paint. Pine Bluff leading at 16-6. That's really the only glaring difference.
Well, but you've seen a lot of breakaways, and you've seen a lot of transition baskets for Pine Bluff to where they can get it down and get a layup. Really at the end of the day, for Benton, they're really trying to move the ball around, and they're settling for jumpers outside the paint, and that's where a lot of their scoring is coming from so far.
So they're going to try to adjust a little bit, maybe try to score from a lot closer. As Pine Bluff will start with the basketball. Nice drive left side, no good. The defensive rebound pulled down by Benton. That shot from Dendy by Pine Bluff as Prickett brings it ahead. It is a fast-paced game. The baseline jumper is rejected into the seats by Randy Emerson Jr. Boy, he said not today.
Well, I tell you what, Elam Shelby, I don't think he was expecting him to get that high whenever he went up to make that shot.
Burgess, 3, buries it.
And see, that's what makes him one of the top players in the country. It's not that he can just post up down low and dribble drive. It's the fact that he can pull up from the outside and also knock down threes.
Well, you know what that's going to do. If he starts hitting from 3, that'll open up the middle. They're going to have to guard that. It's going to give him some breathing room. That's something that the Zebras do not want to have happen, is Burgess to get hot. Pressure applied for Benton. They'll beat it across. Corner 3. Zebras wanted an answer but couldn't get it to go, and the Panthers to push. 2-on-1. Burgess the fake, the layup. No, and he's fouled on the drive.
Well, I thought there for a minute he was just going to try to run right into him and over him. But it's a smart move by Burgess. If you watch, he went around him and tried to avoid the contact, which is what picked up, you know, the blocking foul.
When I think, too, he had a little bit of that fake that pass. That's what kept Braylon Hall a little bit off balance, so he was still moving as Burgess ran into him. You're exactly right. First free throw is good, extends the lead to 2 for Benton. That's their largest lead of the day, believe it or not. Pine Bluff, they've led by as much as 4. That's not very big.
No, and I don't imagine you're going to see much of a lead for either one of these two teams as this game goes on.
22-20 is Terrion Burgess. Trying to complete both free throws. He'll do just that. The lead is 3 now for Benton. As they keep the pressure applied, Jamal Hickman gets it across. Randy Emerson, layup, no, wouldn't have mattered anyway. That's a charge.
That is a great job that time by Elam Shelby. Shelby saw him coming at it, and he just gets his feet planted and just takes the charge. He knows it's coming, but you don't want to go too soon to make it be a flop. Got set, let him run you over. You're moving the ball the other way, you get the ball back.
So now Benton a chance to extend the lead beyond 4, something that neither side's been able to do. And in a game like this, momentum is huge. Defensive stops are big after both teams have really turned the ball over quite a bit. 7 turnovers for Benton, 6 for Pine Bluff, and there's the 8th as Benton turns it over again. Crutchfield can't make him pay, though, as he misses the easy 2.
Now we've got a whistle and a travel, JB. Benton got it, and he shuffled his feet. That time for Benton, Javarius Russell, when he got the ball, or I said Russell, it was actually, I believe that was Russell who was able to get it, and he just shuffled his feet just a little too much.
So the 9th turnover, Crutchfield has his defender beat. He's fouled from behind by Prickett, and he'll get 2 at the free throw line. Boy, really, Benton shot themselves in the foot quite a bit here in this sequence.
Yeah, and really on the last, there's been 3 or 4 trips down the side that Benton could have taken control of the ball game, but self-inflicted wounds are the reason why they don't have a bigger lead.
Crutchfield a chance to cut into that deficit. Knocks down the first. Courtney Crutchfield also, you talked about him being a highly recruited football player committed to Missouri. He was also a first-team King Cotton Classic selection. This year, he's a guy on the basketball floor, and you said that, might be better at basketball than he is at football. Certainly, arguably, is just that. He is a very talented player and athlete. I mean, that's really all you can say about him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I believe he does track and field as well. I mean, the kid is, there's a reason why the Missouri Tigers wanted him.
Well, he's the closest thing to Basil Shabazz that you're going to find a graduate from Pine Bluff years ago. Burgess beats him to the lane, and it's good.
That's just impressive right there. You're getting pushed off into the baseline and was still able to make the shot.
Now bringing it out high for the Zebras, Braylon Hall. Trailing by 4. Nice give and go. Hall might have been altered by Burgess on that one, and Benton's out running. Prickett, they double him. Finds Shelby, up and under, nobody's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
I'm going to tell you right now, watching Elam Shelby, it's funny because he's not jumping as big as these other guys out here, right? Just, it's not happening. But he's mixing it up, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to go down there. I'm going to get fouled.
That's right.
I'm going to get my foul and just go back to the line and shoot this thing.
Well, when he shot it, you could tell he was moving that ball around because he knew it's about to get blocked somewhere.
He knew that the trees were about to come over the top of him.
Dawan Ellis and Caleb Knight check back into the game for Benton. Shelby's first free throw was good. Extends the lead out to 5, the largest of the day for Benton. Again, we reiterate, second time that the Panthers have made it to the state title game. They've never won it. Pine Bluff, they've won 14 state titles, including one a year ago. They're trying to make it back-to-back. They trail by 5 with the basketball. Hall with it. He'll hand off. That's Randy Emerson Jr. Now the defense for Benton swarming. Still plenty of time, though, to set up some offense. Hall spinning around. Not a whole lot of breathing room. Tipped around, headed towards us, and a nice play from Westmore.
That's a great job by Shelby playing defense. He shuffled his feet, kept his guy in front of him, and made him make an off-balance shot. And I don't think Shelby's getting enough credit for the defense that he's playing this one.
26-21. Benton on on top by 5. They're the largest for either side. This game has been back and forth all day. We anticipated that. The turnovers, though, we've harped on that. 9 for Benton. They've started to slow down a little bit, not cough it up as much. Pine Bluff certainly has. They had 6 just about mostly in the first quarter. They've done a good job of protecting the basketball. But if you look, they've not shot as well here in this quarter. That's why they're trailing. They were shooting 60% at the end of the first quarter. It's dipped a little bit. They're now down to 45%, and Benton's still staying around the same clip.
Well, and I think that when you look at the turnovers, it's because of the frantic play. I mean, we started at the first quarter where, I mean, let's run as fast as we can from one end. Now, we're still running, but it's a little bit more of a controlled run. Like, the pace is still big, but you're a little bit more under control. And so we've seen the turnovers come down a little bit here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can see that on the last sequence. Jump step, Burgess blocked by Emerson Jr., and then a foul. But they're going to get the foul. Oh, is that on the shot from Burgess?
I believe it was. You know, it was behind. They said that Burgess got not only did he get a push, but yeah, you saw it right there, he got his arm. They're going to call that foul. I believe they're going to get that on Darian Graydon. That's his 3rd foul, by the way.
Boy, Graydon's been huge early. 7 points for the Zebras. Burgess to the line. Can't connect on the first one. That is a big foul. He's going to have to come out of the game. That's a good catch there. Ja'Cory Phillips will come in his stead. But right now, depth could be an issue, as Graydon's one of their leading scorers at 11.7 points a game. But on top of that, he's one of their best defenders and rebounder as well. Still some pressure applied. They get it across to Emerson. Loses the basketball, and the Panthers with a steal. Burgess ahead. Ellis kicks it out. Now to Prickett. Pull up with a right hand. Too strong in a rebound for Crutchfield.
Yeah, he went up strong with it.
Crutchfield lost the basketball, but we got a foul from behind. That one's probably going to go against Prickett.
Has anybody, by the way, gotten a shot of Crutchfield's shoes? Well, those are the most colorful shoes, I think. Look at those things.
You can't miss them. Man, those are nice.
Got pink and orange, and he's got blue in there.
And then you look at A.D. Gray. He's got the purple shoes.
His doesn't have as much. Look at that. I mean, you got yellow in there. You got some purple. You got some pink, orange. I mean, you got a little bit of everything working in those shoes.
My goodness. Shoe game is strong.
Shoe game is strong, yes.
Crutchfield pulling up, too strong on the 3, and Benton's trying to run. 2-on-1, Burgess, the throw down, no! And that one just about brought the house down.
And right now, the Pine Bluff fans are giving it to Burgess because he tried to slam one home and got a little overzealous a little bit. I mean, he just a little too much.
That would have made it an 8-point game and would have dug Pine Bluff a hole. They catch a break, trying to convert on it. Baseline, floater from Emerson, no good. Out of bounds, off of Burgess, so it'll stay with Pine Bluff.
You could feel, though, the collective when he was going up to just hammer that thing home. It was going to blow the lid off this place.
That would have been the most emphatic dunk, arguably, of the state championships. Braylon Hall's trying to set up some offense. Pine Bluff needs a bucket. Trying to set something up. They'll go to Crutchfield, their playmaker. Hits it off his knee, and he lost it. Benton off and running. Shelby, spin move. Nice find, the feed, the finish. A.D. Gray.
That is a great find, great court awareness as he's going up. Saw an open man and was able to dish it to him.
8-point advantage, Pine Bluff. Still plenty of time left, but they've got to get a stop, and they need a bucket here. They'll go to Crutchfield. Going to work against Prickett. Doesn't like what he saw, so he'll give off to the point guard, Braylon Hall. He'll drive through. Nice kick. Corner 3, it is blocked. Hall's able to give him a second chance, though, and he's fouled. How about Braylon Hall standing around getting that rebound, then he's fouled. That defense on the closeout, too, from Benton. There was no breathing room.
Well, Shelby's the one. I mean, he's making up for his lack of offense for his defense. His defense has been outstanding so far in this one.
Offense for Benton coming to life. They lead by 8. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
It's the most exciting academic competition of the year, and it is live right here on Arkansas PBS. It's the Arkansas Governor's Academic Competition Quiz Bowl 2024 State Championship. Schools from all over the state square off right here in this studio to see who will come out on top. Don't miss a single question. Quiz Bowl 2024. Tune in or stream on the PBS app. Saturday, April 27th, starting at 9 a.m.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryant. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryant. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
Conway Regional Health System is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS Sports. Since 1921, Conway Regional Health System has provided complete healthcare services to the growing communities of North Central Arkansas. For more information, visit conwayregional.org.
8-point advantage for Benton, and their offense has been good, but really the defense. Pine Bluff has not scored in just under 3 minutes. It's a 6-0 run for Benton.
Let's say 1 point for the entire quarter so far in the second quarter, and we talked about how there was a little bit of flow. There's a lot of inflicted wounds going on in Pine Bluff right now. They're just playing a little bit faster than they need to for the pace of this game.
They just slow it down mentally. It's Crutchfield trying to go in amongst the trees, battling through, can't get it to go, and the rebound to Benton. The drought continues. Benton trying to add insult to injury, but that one's swatted out of bounds by the little guy, Jamal Hickman. The rejection.
Probably the smallest guy on the floor. Like, literally probably the smallest guy on the floor.
How about this from Hickman? The ups, and he spiked that like a volleyball.
He's 5'10", and everybody else is 6 foot plus, and this guy rolls in there and just throws it in the stands.
Shelby gives to Burgess and the Panthers, up by 8, trying to make it double digits on this trip. Crossover, Prickett, pull up from the elbow. Backboard strong, tipped around, and the Pine Bluff Zebras pull it down. Boy, I tell you, I've said this time and time again, but they need a bucket. Crutchfield through the lane, in and out, no good, and Benton the rebound.
Well, could have come up with a charge right there, as now you got a blocking foul on the other end.
You're right, could have been one. There was a no call. I was anticipating a whistle. Shelby on the other end moving quickly. He'll get free throws as Hall just wasn't quite set. You like the look from Hall, but there's where you either got to let him drive by or really contest that shot.
Yeah, and once again, Shelby finding a way to the free throw line. This guy he's not making field goals, but he's at the line making free throws.
Averaging 10 points per contest throughout the year is Elam Shelby. First one's up and good. Couple of substitutions. Dawan Ellis checking in for Terry and Burgess, and then Javarius Russell, we mentioned, the younger brother of Razorback Braylon Russell,
who, by the way, I heard had a great first day of spring practice.
Boy, got a chance to watch a lot of that. Yeah, they certainly did. He looked great. Free throw from Shelby's up and good. Connects on both, and the lead is 10, the largest of the day for Benton. Pine Bluff, again, got to come up with a good offensive possession. That's not it. The steal. They feed to Burgess. Look out. He throws it down.
He looked back at the Pine Bluff crowd and just kind of gave him that side eye.
And it keeps getting worse for Pine Bluff. They turn it over. Phillips out of control. Another giveaway. That's the 10th of the day for the Zebras.
You know, after that dunk, everybody that was giving him all kinds of grief after he missed the dunk, he just kind of looked back over at him and just kind of gave him the side eye.
He definitely, that was an emphasis. He made a statement on that dunk. Now he looks to drive on the crossover, floating up, too strong, the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's what Burgess can do. My goodness. He's so tough to guard. He reminds you in some ways of a Khalil Ware. Obviously, he's a left-hander. A little bit different styles of play. Burgess has got the three-point game, but in terms of guarding him when he drives, the length is so tough.
He's a lot quicker than Khalil Ware, but size-wise and the way that he handles the ball, yeah, no, you're exactly right.
Burgess knocks down the first one, and it's so tough to guard as a defender without fouling. You've either got to let him go through or foul him. With it 34 to 21, a 13-point lead. It's a baker's dozen for the Panthers. They lead the Zebras, and really this game has been so close, but here in the quarter, the Panthers have outscored Pine Bluff 16 to 1. That's the difference thus far.
Yeah. Now, I mean, look, I keep saying this, Pine Bluff, they're making shots, and their game is to drive the paint, lay it off the glass, or dunk it. That is their game all day long. They haven't been able to do that because they're moving the ball so fast that they're just out of rhythm. They're losing the handle on the ball. They're not able to get clean passes to one another. If they slow it down just a touch, I think they would be okay in this.
I think you're right. They usually win the rebound battle. Well, they haven't been doing that. They've not been in position, quite frankly. They're moving too fast to get the rebounds, and then they've turned the ball over at a higher clip. There's just a lot of things that are uncharacteristic for them. They got to get back to playing their style.
And what I will say is that this is a Pine Bluff team that's used to running people out of the house, right? They're used to running people out of the gym. You're not going to run faster than Benton.
No, you're not. That's what's going to make it difficult. Hall trying to end the drought. Couldn't get it to go, but the foul will stay here. That one's going to be on Daywan Ellis for Benton underneath the basket. That's the fourth team foul, so they'll inbounds underneath the baseline. The next foul for either side here in the quarter will mean free throws. Zebras get it inbounds. Higgins looking to set some stuff up. They've got a fresh shot clock at 30, so they got time. Higgins in open lane, kicks it out. Hall, the corner three, too short again. Rebound pulled down by Javarius Russell. Tries to go outlet, good defense, knocked out a play by Jamal Hickman, but it'll stay with Benton.
Looks like Pine Bluff's going to bring some folks in. Looks like Austin Dendy's going to check back in the ball game. Benton's going to send some folks in as well. Getting his first minutes is going to be Harrison. Well, Harrison Pickett's going to come back in. He was in a little bit earlier. That's right.
First minutes, I believe, here in the second quarter. He didn't play much in the second quarter, so you're right. 14-point advantage for the Panthers, and right now it's been the lack of scoring, the good defense for Benton. Russell, right hand, no. Zebras the board, and they lose it out of bounds. Right to your point, trying to move too quickly and lost the basketball. Yeah, I mean, just catch it and run. Don't run and then catch it. I mean, and that's exactly what Pine Bluff's doing right now. That is the third, marked it down, that's the third time just this quarter that they've tried to run before they caught the basketball. That's 11 turnovers on the afternoon. Prickett into the game, 3. No offensive rebound from Eddie Gray, but it's not going to matter. That foul is going to go get the Panthers, and that should mean free throws for Pine Bluff. Yeah, and I believe they're going to call that foul on Terrion Burgess. And for Burgess, that's his third personal foul. Wow. So if you're a Zebra fan, you like that. You want to get him out of the game any way you can. You know, Burgess he's got to play a little bit smarter. I mean, especially a minute 40 left here in the first half. You gotta go there. And by the way, the new free throw rule, as far as number of fouls, this was something that the NFHS came up with this year, and it was adopted by the AAA. So you don't have a 1-and-1 anymore. You got 2 free throws per foul. That begins after 5 fouls and resets each quarter. I like it. I think it makes it a lot simpler for everybody. A lot of teams in the college game, especially the women's, they play that way. It makes it simple. By the way, Pine Bluff has not made a field goal here in the second quarter. All 3 points, as that one falls, have come via the free throw. Still without an actual bucket. They trail by a dozen. Quite frankly, they're probably fortunate it's just 12. Boy, look at this. Benton had a wide open 3, and Pine Bluff was giving it to him. They try for the offensive rebound out of play. Yeah, you could tell who they don't want to shoot the ball. They were fine with it. They could live with that 3 ball. He didn't take it. They're giving all kinds of room.
I'm going to tell you right now, A.D. Gray was just sitting there going, is anybody going to guard me over here?
Too good to be true. He didn't pull the trigger. And so he'll bring it up now. That's Jamal Hickman for Pine Bluff bringing it ahead. Well, these colors for both teams are very similar. Pine Bluff in the crimson, maroon, whatever you want to call it. Benton's in the whites. Out of control. Another turnover.
You got a whistle, though.
But there might be a foul. So that one, it's going to go against Pine Bluff, though. So free throws. Boy, that one's tough, too, because you give the Panthers, with no time coming off the clock, a chance to add 2 more.
Yeah, and that was Higgins' first personal foul. But you've got a minute left in the game. Now you're shooting with no clock running.
Prickett's first free throw. Rims out. He's got 7 on the day. That was all in the first quarter. He hasn't played much of the second quarter, quite frankly. Till here recently. Caleb Knight out on the floor for the Panthers as well. Shelby, Ellis, Russell. And Prickett puts it back up and in after the miss. Wow. They're up 14. Pine Bluff looking for their first bucket of the quarter. Crutchfield, it's there. Got it.
It's a great move. Just was able to use his body and position himself to where only he was able to go up and make that shot.
So they've slowed things down a little bit. That possession looked a lot more controlled for Pine Bluff. Now they're going to have to stop. Prickett, the crossover working against him. That's Dendy. Tipped around, stolen. Crutchfield, the outlet to Jamal Hickman. And he is fouled. Trailing behind Elam Shelby with a hard foul. I think Hickman wanted that throw down, but he's fouled instead.
You know, honestly, I was looking at Hickman and thinking he's going to beat Shelby to the rim. Shelby kind of came out of nowhere and said, not today.
That's a few times now. We've seen Shelby in his defense on a closeout on a 3-ball in the corner. That guy's running up the floor. That's a difference maker in games like this.
It is. It is. You're exactly right.
Hickman a chance here. He's got 2 points on the day. Cuts the lead to 11. And boy, the way this game has gone, Pine Bluff only down 11. If they can get a stop and keep it around 10 to 11 at halftime, you got to feel like that's a win for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second one, no good. Tipped around. We got a foul, and you don't want to do that.
Well, and that time he just grabbed his arm. And for Pine Bluff, that was Courtney Crutchfield, and they were going for the rebound. He grabbed his shoulder and pulled him back, and you can get that foul call all the time.
That's exactly right. Well, it comes at a spot for Crutchfield, too, where, man, you don't want to do something like that after you're already trailing 11. They're going to talk things over. Are they reversing the call?
No, they said since it was a foul on Crutchfield, that's 5 fouls.
They reversed it. Crutchfield's going to the free throw line. I've never seen that. I have never seen that.
He literally pointed at Crutchfield before he went to the... And Coach Dexter Hendricks is like, he has every right to be mad because he's saying that... He said, well, my guy was the one that got pulled around.
I think at the very minimum you need a no call here. You
so
see?
Look, there's the foul right there when he pulled his arm back.
Yeah.
I don't know where Ellis's foul came from, but either way.
That's one that the very worst probably need a no call. Crutchfield knocks them both down. It's a 9-point game, huge for the Zebras, and if they can get a stop, it's a best case scenario for them to end the half. Prickett with the basketball. Shelby thought about the 3. He'll kick it around to Caleb Knight. Tipped around. Zebras got a steal. They're trying to score in the half. Crutchfield, no. And he's fouled. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make that shot, though. If you're Crutchfield, you've got an opportunity to go up. I know you're getting fouled, but you've still got clearance to go up and lay it off the glass.
Caden Higgins, the one that picked the pocket of Caleb Knight. Crutchfield trying to add 2 at the free throw line. He'll get the first. with 3.6 seconds to go. Benton's not going to have much time. Going to be the half-court heave.
Well, and here's the other thing, JB. Possibly a 7-point game looks totally different than what we saw just about 2 minutes ago.
That was a 4-point swing.
Yeah.
So now Benton up by 7, up by 11 a moment ago, and a travel with 2 seconds to go. So Pine Bluff, in theory, if they get a 3-ball here, they could cut it to 4 before the half. That would be a 7-0 run in less than 30 seconds.
I mean, you want to talk about just kind of a little bit of a meltdown for Benton right now. And really, once again, though, it comes back to the pressure of Pine Bluff.
Yep,
because their defensive pressure is what's causing this. But you also got to look at Benton. They've got Braden Stamper in, who caused that travel. He hadn't played the whole game until right now.
That's a good catch. Stamper took too many steps as he tried to get rid of it. Pine Bluff trying to score at the end of the half. They got a look from Hall. Floater from the baseline. He got it! And Pine Bluff goes on a 6-0 run in a short span of time, and they've cut this game all the way down to 5. They're going to take a look. It's a 5-point game. I can't believe it, RJ.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's wild.
Coach Hendricks is not happy.
And now there's a little bit of a scrum going on. There's nobody separating these two teams as they're walking off. And
wow, well, this one has set us up well for the second half. A fun one in Hot Springs, our halftime show coming up from the Spa City. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on the Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Welcome back to the Arkansas PBS studios in Conway. Steve Sullivan here along with Christina Munoz. It's halftime again at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs, but stay where you are. We've got some good stuff coming up, including a look at the Arkansas PBS Student All-Star team for 2024. But first, there's a basketball team up in Northeast Arkansas with a coaching situation that's just a bit different. We spent some time with Coach Barbara Wilburn of Mark Tree. Let's take a look.
If you're going to be in here, you're going to play basketball.
Consistency, its definition. Conformity in the application of something. Typically that in which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. But there is another definition for consistency. The way in which a substance holds together. Or maybe, who holds it together. At Mark Tree High School, there is no doubt whom in fact does just that.
There's a big deal being made about female coaches or female officials doing men's games, and people talk about how trendsetting that is, but that's been happening in Mark Tree since the late 90s when they made her head coach of a boys program.
I am Barbara Wilburn Covington. I am the head basketball coach for junior and senior high boys basketball here at Mark Tree. Been here 33 years. Honestly, I never knew where Mark Tree, Arkansas was until someone hired me to come to Mark Tree. The kids are great. The community is great. It's just a great small town.
So I actually met Coach Wilburn when I was in junior high, and I was actually out here on this court shooting, and she walked up and she started giving me some pointers, and it was from that moment that I've always looked up to her.
Coach Wilburn, she wants the best for us. Just going out there and playing with her on our side, it just motivates us even more.
Outside of the school walls, she's a huge figure in our community. Everybody knows Coach Wilburn. Everybody's heard the stories, whether they're true or not.
My very first experience with basketball, I can remember, and I think I was in the third or fourth grade, And I was just intrigued that they were running and jumping and playing ball, putting this ball in that little cylinder. So I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I could hear like somebody coming up the steps. The coach says, if you're gonna be in here, you're gonna play basketball. So I've just been intrigued ever since.
Coach Wilburn has a level of intensity that she brings to this gym and to this community, and a level of expectation. The beautiful thing about that is that our kids, like, they embrace that intensity.
She taught me how to play in like bigger schools, like at the same time we all players. Just because they're bigger schools doesn't mean a small town school can come and win.
My philosophy, I think it's just simple. It's simple as being, you know, you got to play defense to win and just have respect.
And that intensity has served some of those young men well. There's tons of things that they've taken away from Barbara Wilburn: her work ethic, her desire to excel, the way she carries herself.
What really kind of tugs at my heart is when we go places and people walk up and say, you got the most respectable kids I've ever seen on a basketball court. I mean, to me, that's just the best. That's just the best.
Coach Wilburn, by all accounts, is running a great program there in Mark Tree. Now, Christina Munoz is here to introduce us to some very talented kids, both on and off the court. Christina?
That's right. Thanks, Steve. Earlier in the season, we reached out to coaches all over the state looking for athletes who excel on the court and in the classroom. Here's the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars class of 2024. We start off with the 1A girls. That is Savannah Pyle with the Emerson High School Pirates. Savannah plans to attend college as a general studies major and explore her options. For 1A boys, we have Kenyon Carter, a junior guard from Mark Tree. Kenyon wants to be a coach or make it to the league. Next up, we have Abby Methvin representing 2A girls. She plays for the Yellville Summit Panthers. Abby has a 3.8 GPA and wants to go to cosmetology school. For the boys in 2A, we've got Cade Barber with the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. Cade has a GPA of over 4.0 and wants to be an anesthesiologist. The Lamar High School Warriors' Corey Sanders is the 3A Girls Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. Corey wants to be a math teacher and a coach. On the boys' side in 3A, we have Sam Maddox representing the Central Arkansas Christian Mustangs. Sam wants to pursue college basketball and likes to spend his spare time playing golf. Halfway through and on to the 4A girls. That's Addison Hudspeth of the Heber Springs Lady Panthers. Addison wants to play college basketball and go to physical therapy school. JJ Andrews with the Little Rock Christian Warriors represents the 4A boys. JJ has a 3.72 GPA and wants to play professional basketball. The 5A girls are well represented by Lakin Moore of the Mountain Home Lady Bombers. Lakin wants to attend college and play basketball and describes herself as a gym rat. The 5A boys, well, that is Luke Stump with the Russellville Cyclones. Luke wants to be a veterinarian and live in Australia. Rounding out the classifications are your 6A Student All-Stars. For the girls, that is Delaney Roller with the Harbor Lady Wildcats. Delaney has signed to play basketball at MSSU and will study business. And finally, for the 6A boys, we have Honor Boateng representing the Little Rock Central High Tigers. Honor plans to attend the University of Missouri and major in engineering. You know, there's a good chance you'll see some of those same athletes again live right here in this studio when we bring you Quiz Bowl 2024 this April. That is definitely something that you will not want to miss. Well, Steve, it is about that time.
Yep, much more coming up in the second half.
That's right here on the home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas PBS.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. You know, I don't go anywhere without my passport. And now, thanks to PBS Passport, you can travel with me and watch all 10 seasons of Rick Steves Europe and all my travel specials. This exclusive streaming service is just for our members. Not only can you see all my shows, but you can see thousands of hours of your favorite public television shows. Become a member today and get your passport.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Let me see it bounce, 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 bounce.
Welcome back to Bank OZK Arena for the 5A Boys State title game. I'm JB Brazil alongside RJ Hawk. This one was quite different. It was a 12-point advantage for Benton with 45 seconds to go, but a 9-0 run for the Zebras, and also 4 turnovers in 25 seconds helped a lot. The Zebras are right back in this thing. They trailed by 5, but you look at the stats for quite a bit there. In this second quarter, the Zebras only had 1 field goal, under 2 minutes to play. Yeah. The turnovers flipped things, and they got within 5.
Yeah, I mean, and if you think about that last 54 seconds or 25 seconds, Terrion Burgess was not in the game because he had 3 fouls. And so really Pine Bluff made ground in 25 seconds without Terrion Burgess in the game, and scored 7 points.
So that tells you exactly how important he is to his team. Let's take a look at the halftime highlight reel that we got. A lot of good plays from both sides, including some big dunks.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. It all started right there. Look at Crutchfield coming up and slamming it home. Defense played a really, really important go in this one, but then Darion Graydon got into the action. Look at this, the block right there. Graydon's been all over the place, but then Terrion Burgess came up, knocked in a 3, got an easy lay-in. Watch this, just went up and over Graydon to make that one go. Comes back right there with a 80 Gray lay-in. Then here's the big dunk. Just hammered it home. That's what really erupted this crowd with that dunk. And then this was that last 25 seconds stretch that we talked about where they scored 7 points over that 25 seconds. So we're now, Benton has a 5-point lead after halftime, 37-32.
The Panthers, you talked about the halftime, the keys to the game. They wanted to limit Pine Bluff's second chance points. They had done that up until late. Pine Bluff with 8 second chance points, and then for Pine Bluff, they want to figure out a way to clamp down on Burgess and win the rebound battle. They've started to climb a little closer. They still trail 3, though. Is there anything else you want to highlight for both sides?
Well, I mean, I think really, and we've said it all game, Pine Bluff's got to slow the pace just a little bit. I mean, they've got really, really good guard play. They just got to slow it down and work within themselves. As for Benton, you got to keep Terrion Burgess out of foul trouble. Yeah. And he's not even, he's working on the outside right now.
He feeds it. Little floater from Russell won't go, and the rebound for the Zebras. Boy, they're playing with new life right here. Nice dish. The handoff, no. The foul on the put up from Hickman. He was trying to go up strong again.
Boy, I want to see that again because, oh, he did grab his arm. Okay, I was wondering because I thought he got involved, but when he grabbed the inside of that forearm right there, that'll get you every time.
So Hickman with 3 points on the day. Misses the first free throw. Hickman's been to the free throw line. This will be his 5th and 6th attempts. He's now 3 of 5. Chance to cut this lead back down to 4. It's not been that close since early in the first. Free throws up and good. 37-33. Benton trying to figure out a way. You felt like the end of that first half momentum was with Pine Bluff. They're playing with high energy again. Shelby with a corner 3, no. Tipped around Burgess. Had it knocked out of play. That one's off Caden Higgins. It's going to be, how do the Panthers respond after giving up really one of the biggest runs you can have in a short amount of time? You gotta respond.
Yeah, I mean, you do, but you also don't want to press, right? I mean, you want to play your game, and I think that they realized one of their biggest weapons wasn't there. Not only offensive weapons, but defensive weapons wasn't in the game.
That's exactly right. You got to keep him in the game, out of foul trouble. Nice entry pass through the zone, but the shot wouldn't go. It's tipped and stolen away by A.D. Gray. They'll feed to Burgess. They got a fresh shot clock. Prickett around to Shelby. The zone has caused problems. There's a steal. Braylon Hall and lays it in. It's a 2-point lead for Benton.
I mean, this is where you don't want, if you're Benton, that momentum that they took out of halftime to really roll in this third quarter, and it has.
Prickett, the answer from 3, no. Gray, the rebound. And that's why I think just, you're right, slow things down, but you do need a bucket just to help yourself settle down a little bit. Doesn't have to be a 3 either. Gray, nice look from the baseline, well defended. It'll be tipped out of play off of Harry Harrison Prickett back to the Zebras. They got a chance to tie this thing up on this trip.
Well, and Pine Bluff has gone to a zone, so where, it's really making Benton, they're forcing them to figure something in on the outside.
Panthers haven't been able to do it. It's currently a 3-0 run for the Zebras to begin the second half. Spin move, Jelly Graydon ties us up. 37 all. Benton currently, if you date back to the first half, this is a 14-0 run for Pine Bluff. Shelby's 3 too long. Russell going up strong, no. Prickett the rebound, put back. The first bucket in a long while, and Coach Hendricks wants a timeout as the Panthers back up by 2.
Well, and I think that's probably a smart timeout. You get the bucket. You really got to calm your guys right now because Pine Bluff is playing with a lot of confidence coming into this third quarter, and so you got to get your guys back together and say, hey, look, get back out there, go at what we did there in the first half, and they're just not making a lot of smart shots right now.
You slow things down a little bit. I feel like that's been kind of the key for both teams. They both can play fast, and they play well playing fast, but it's got to be controlled. The teams that have played a little bit out of control and too fast, things have gotten out of hand. Right now, Benton, some self-inflicted wounds has caused problems trying to slow things down. They've got 14 turnovers on the day to the Panthers. Zebras have coughed it up 12 times. And Pine Bluff will have the basketball down by 2. Boy, this one has been a thriller. Benton up by a bucket. They've led by as much as 12. Pardon me, they led as much as 14.
Yeah, I mean, that lead had gotten up there.
Crutchfield trying to tie. Fading away, won't go. Tipped up and in by the little man, Hickman again. That guy, he does not play small, does he?
No, and I think Burgess may have had a hand on that as well. He may have scored a bucket for Pine Bluff.
Padding Hickman stats for him. 39 apiece. 5:11 to go in the third. This one setting up nicely for a thriller. They trap, feet up top. Prickett, hoists, hits. Back on top by 3.
That's a nice job moving the ball around, finding the open man, getting to the top of the key, and just stopping and popping.
Other end quickly, Darion Graydon, the easy 2. The lead's been trimmed back down to 1 for Benton. They'll feed it around. Javarius Russell trying to set up some offense. They'll feed to Burgess there on the low block, corner feed. Nothing there, still trying to find some answers against the zone. Can't do it. Zebras another steal. Crutchfield trying to go end to end. The feed up and under, no. Good transition D for Benton. Now they got numbers. Trying to turn it into points. Shelby, alley-oop to Burgess, too strong. That would have brought the house down. Now they'll try other end alley to Crutchfield, and the Pine Bluff Zebras up in front.
Do you call it an alley-oop when you lay it off the glass?
It was an attempted alley, let's put it that way. The alley layup.
Yeah.
43-42. Benton has struggled against his zone for Pine Bluff.
Yeah, the zone has shut down the Benton offense.
That was a good call by the 5A Coach of the Year, Billy Dixon. Causing the Panthers probably got it. Prickett there on the elbow. Picks up his dribble. Tried to feed Burgess. Errant pass. Tipped around. Pinball stolen away by Hickman. He's going to go end to end. Lays it up and in. The Zebras by 3.
Ben's going to call a timeout.
Listen to this crowd. Wow. 45-42. Pine Bluff has it on the coast-to-coast lay-in from a Hickman.
Well, and look, let's not fool ourselves here. I mean, Benton kind of did this to themselves. They had a 14-point lead, and it looks like we're at the media time, and I'll tell you more about that here in a minute.
You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
What does it mean to be great?
It's the rhythm of the heart.
The spirit refusing to surrender.
It isn't born from a moment of glory. It's woven in the fabric of progress.
For the journey is where champions are born. To be courageous is to dance with the storm of adversity. The fact that I have UAMS Health by my side, it's just a blessing. And without UAMS Health, I wouldn't be the player that I am today.
This is the PBS app, ready for you when you want to watch full episodes of your favorites. Stream anytime, anywhere with the free PBS app.
Is now a session.
Here's the run by Pine Bluff. I mean, and it's nothing flashy. It's just laying the ball up, working back within themselves, and they have played defense to start the third quarter, and that's why right now you see Pine Bluff with a 45-42 lead after being down by as much as 14 points.
They have come right back in this thing. You go back to the end of the first half. Terron Burgess with 3 fouls, had to come out. Pine Bluff within 45 seconds goes on a 9-0 run.
Yeah.
That cut the lead back down to 5. A buzzer beater shot from Braylon Hall. Now the Panthers have dug themselves a hole. Prickett trying to tie. Buries it!
He has been so good from the wing. When he's set up wide open like that, he's drilled it every time tonight.
Huge for the Panthers to tie things up.
By the way, he's got 17 points as well.
Prickett playing out of his mind in the game that matters most, trying to win the first ever state title for the Panthers. Caden Higgins feeds it over to Hickman. Hickman's had a good game today for the Zebras. A roll guy, jump step to the lane. Nice play from Joel Hickman.
What a great move. You just stop, do a late shutter step, and then you go.
This is a guy that came in averaging 3.2 points per game. He's got 10.
When the lights get bright, things happen.
Prickett's 3 off the mark. Zebras trying to run. They got Higgins. The feed to Graydon. Out of play off of Benton. Pine Bluff will maintain underneath their own basket. This one has fit the billing. We knew this was going to be a good game, and it has certainly lived up to that. We're glad you're with us. J.B. Brazil alongside R.J. Hawk. They'll feed it. Courtney Crutchfield. Well contested. 2 contested as Prickett picks up the foul. That's number 3 on Harrison Prickett. So your 2 fellas you lean on, Prickett and Burgess, now with 3 fouls apiece.
I don't. Oh, there's the foul. And when he swatted down, got him on that forearm.
Crutchfield knocks down the first. It was a good drive, and you're right. You saw Prickett swat down. Once he made contact with the hand, you saw it knock the ball out of Crutchfield's fingertips. 49-45. Pine Bluff, their largest lead of the day. They led 18-14 back in the first. They're up by 4 now. And a reminder, they trailed by 14. Another turnover, no. They'll get the foul. That's on Crutchfield. That's 3 on him. So you look, the 2 bigs for both sides in terms of points per game. Graydon and Crutchfield both with 3 for Pine Bluff. Prickett and Burgess both with 3 personal fouls for Benton. Boy, both teams got to be careful.
And not only that, but you got Shelby for Benton, who's got 3 fouls as well.
Burgess underneath. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
And that's what you need if you're Benton. You need him. You feed him down low, let him go up and get fouled.
Terrion Burgess. That was contested. That's Graydon. Is that 4? That's 4 on Darion Graydon. That's huge.
That is a big foul because he's been a playmaker in this one. Graydon so far 11 points in the game, playing with 4 fouls.
Still a combined 10 minutes left to decide this thing. Burgess' 3-point play is good. They're going to keep Graydon in. They know how big and instrumental he is to this offense. They beat the pressure to the Zebras. Crutchfield through the lane. Couldn't get it to go. Hickman nearly had the putback. That guy's got ups. Prickett ahead for the Panthers, trying to regain the lead. Shelby, the baseline. He feeds to Burgess. Steps back. Off the glass and in. The bank is open.
I mean, you're not going to find it much better than that.
Now other end. Hall feeds behind him to Graydon. Basket counts, and he is fouled by A.D. Gray.
Well, and here's the thing, JB. This is why he's so good for this team. Darion Graydon got playing with 4 fouls, working in down low, and really making sure that, you know, he's going to go up and be strong to the bucket every time. That's why you need him in the game.
He's got 13, make it 14, gives Pine Bluff the 1-point advantage as Ja'Cory Phillips checks back into the game. Darion Graydon going to the bench, a well-deserved rest, and more than anything wants to keep him there because of foul trouble.
You've only got a minute and a half left here in the third. Let him sit the rest of this quarter and then bring him back in the fourth.
I like the call. I think that's what Coach Billy Dixon's running with as well. Panthers and Zebras nearly stolen. Burgess able to keep it. Jump step through contact. No. Rebound, A.D. Gray, and he's fouled going up. That'll be free throws for A.D. Gray. They're starting to pile up.
No, I think they're going to say it was on the floor. He pushed him right before he went back up, and so I think they're going to take it from the baseline.
So they're going to go and call it on the floor. That as well, he also didn't put up the shot either, so it'll be a baseline. Just the 13th foul for Pine Bluff. Both teams with 3 apiece here in the quarter. That one nearly too tall for Shelby, keeps it alive. Panthers and Zebras, it's very cliche to say this, but every possession in a game like this is crucial.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, Benton's got to find a way to break this zone. It's not been good for them all this entire second half. They do it right there.
Nice play from Prickett, the floater. Zebras move quickly, though, with Crutchfield up and in too strong. Offensive rebound, something they do great on. We got to jump.
And it's going to go with Pine Bluff.
So the jump ball will keep it with the Zebras. Every time Benton has scored, Pine Bluff will off and running. It's off to the races, trying to score for an easy 2, and they get the offensive rebound to reset. Crutchfield out there playing with 3. There's 4 Benton Panthers on the floor with 3 fouls. Driving through, Shelby got the steal, and he's fouled from behind by Braylon Hall. That's his 3rd as well. It's just the 4th team foul for Pine Bluff, but the next one would send Benton to the free throw line in the quarter with only 36 seconds. Look at this play.
Yeah, that's a great job by Shelby, just sticking his backhand in there, just pumping it away, and he pulled on his jersey as he was going down.
Caleb Knight and the Panthers. They try to feed the cut, nobody home. Miscommunication between A.D. Gray and Caleb Knight. That's the 17th turnover of the day for Benton.
And now we've got a technical foul.
Oh my goodness, this could be huge. In a game like this, we got a technical. Is that on Hickman?
Yeah, it's on Hickman, yeah.
He's got fouls to give, but that doesn't really matter. What's important is that's a technical foul, and you give Burgess and the Panthers free throws in the ball.
I don't know what he did. And you got to make the free throws.
So Burgess cannot connect on the first. He'll have another. Panthers up by 1, trying to make it 2 here. He got that one.
Well, it ties the ball game. Or gives Benton a 2-point lead now, rather than just a 1-point lead.
But more importantly, it gives them the ball. It was going to be Pine Bluff ball after the turnover. Self-inflicted. Panthers have a chance to end the quarter with a 2-point or 2-possession lead if they'd like to do that. They got the technical on Hickman because he threw the ball, is what we were told. To the referee. Here we go. Nearly tipped away and stolen. Prickett got it on the corner. Gray.
Shuffled his feet.
Traveled with a basketball, and that's going to give it back to the Zebras. Let's take a look at this technical that was called on Hickman. He's got the ball. The way he threw it to the ref, and that's where he got teed up. What do you think about that, RJ?
I mean, I don't know. You don't know what was said.
That's
all you can see is a ball being thrown. I don't know.
This one would count if it goes at the buzzer. It's off the mark for Caden Higgins. 3/4 of basketball are in the books. Benton up by 2. Don't go anywhere. This one's going to come down to the wire. The 4th quarter to decide this one. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service. Because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryant. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryant. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
Is now in session.
Boy, this is a recap of how we got to this score, and it's just been Terrion Burgess, and really between him and Crutchfield. Those 2 guys have just dominated this ball game, and you see it right there. Crutchfield has just been great. 54-52 is our score, and I tell you what, the way these first 3 quarters have gone, this 4th quarter, you better buckle up, because this 4th quarter is going to be a lot of fun.
We certainly anticipate that. We knew it coming in was going to be good. You look at the stats. Terrion Burgess leads all scorers with 23. Harrison Pickett's got 19. Then it drops off. Only 6 for Shelby, 4 for Eddie Gray. Javarius Russell with 2, and then for Pine Bluff, Crutchfield 18. Graydon's got 14, and Hickman with 10. Those are the guys that are leading the way. They go to Burgess down low, heavily contested, can't get it to go. 3rd chance, that one rattles home.
That's why he's so good. His size, the way he can block out. He didn't get 1, he got 2, and then a 3rd one, and then was able to get the putback.
Braylon Hall trying to set up some offense for the Zebras here in the 4th and final quarter. It is starting to come to life. It's been rowdy all day, but both teams, they know the implications of this one. Benton and Pine Bluff in a battle. 3rd meeting between these 2 teams. Benton win both games earlier this year. Trying to make it 3. We got a foul and a bump. Who's that one on? Looks like Caleb Knight picks up the personal. That's just his first. A little bit of a hip check, huh?
Yeah, when he tried to split the defenders, he kind of gave him a little bump with his hip.
Crutchfield gets cut off. They kick it out. Pine Bluff not made a 3 today. They're 0 of 8 from beyond the arc. And you call it, RJ. They like to score from close, running downhill. Crutchfield calling for the screen. Floats it up over the defense. No, and Terrion Burgess the board. Prickett to Shelby. Wants a 3. Can't get it to go, but Prickett, the offensive board, rejected by Randy Emerson Jr. Now Pine Bluff, Emerson fouled on the drive.
And that's going to be 4 on Shelby if that was on him.
They're going to give it to Elam Shelby. That is number 4. Free throws for Pine Bluff. I can imagine the way this game's going, RJ, before this one's all said and done, somebody's going to foul out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you're right, but I think if you're Dexter Hendricks, you may pull Shelby back and say, hey, look, we either need to give you a break or you need to bounce out the middle of the crowd for a minute.
Free throws, both of them knocked down by Randy Emerson Jr. He's got 6 on the day.
And while Shelby's not, he's not just a massive scoring threat. What he is a defensive threat.
Yep, that's right. He's been all over the place. They got the touch pass out to Knight. They double, flashing for a steal. Out of bounds off Caden Higgins. Will stay with Benton, 6.5 to play. Shelby, he thought about the 3. This zone once again for Pine Bluff, causing all kinds of problems. Panthers have found a way to stop it. Knight wanting the 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, the putback rimmed out, but Eddie Grease fouled.
Now, who's that one going against? Because, okay, it's going to go against 11, so Randy Emerson is the one that picks up that foul. But, boy, I looked down there. I saw Graydon sitting right there. I was like, boy, if that one's on, because he's playing with 4 fouls.
Well, you know when that foul was called, he looked to the ref, and he was automatically making sure it wasn't on him because he was in the vicinity. Free throws for A.D. Gray. Very big free throws at this juncture in the game. Sure we'll be saying that quite a few more times as Gray knocks down the first one. On the day, A.D. Gray, he's got 6 points.
Right now, Benton shooting 69% from free throw land, and Pine Bluff is at 76.
This is a game that you imagine free throws are going to be important down the stretch. Foul trouble piling up. Braylon Hall bringing it ahead. A 5A South All-Conference player. He's a really good point guard. Only has 6 points today, but he has certainly dished the ball out. 2 assists in this one. Up and under. Crutchfield, no, trying to get the second chance. Batted out. And it's tracked down there in the backcourt by Higgins. Hall trying to convert the baseline drive and the finish.
Great job going up with 2 hands to protect the ball.
Now Javarius Russell. They look to trap here in the front court. He'll bounce it over to Prickett. Panthers on top by 2. They feed to Burgess. Tough finish to the rack with the left hand.
I mean, he just went, well, he knows that he's got Graydon guarding him, and he's going to have a little bit more leeway because Graydon's not going to try to block his stuff and get another foul picked up.
That's a great point. He knew he had the leverage due to foul trouble. No call on the blow-by from Crutchfield, and then he's fouled going up. At this point in the game, with everybody being in foul trouble, you look up and see who's the foul on. They'll give it to A.D. Gray. If you're Benton, that's 3 for, pardon me, that's 4 for Gray. My goodness. He just had 2 a moment ago.
Yeah, and you know, now you're still a minute 13 from the media timeout, and you're racking up fouls right now on both teams.
Hickman checks back in for the Zebras. Hickman's had a good day. It's Crutchfield with 19 points. Got him a 20-piece. It cuts the lead to 2. 60 to 58, the lead for Benton. There's still 5 minutes of chaos left. This has been a thriller through and through. Shelby from the corner, nearly threw it away. It will be a turnover. Crutchfield, the athletic play, throws it off the chest of Javarius Russell.
And by no means was that intended. Like, he was just trying to save it, and Russell was sitting right there and said, whoa, didn't expect that to come at me.
Well, and good things happen on effort plays like that.
Yeah.
Crutchfield going after it. You never know what happens. The turnover, that's 20 on the day. The rejection from Prickett. Now the outlet ahead. As Russell slows things down to bring it ahead out to Burgess, and we got a timeout. It's probably a good call for head coach Dexter Hendricks. Slow things down, talk it over.
Well, and not only that, but you know, you're at the 4:40 mark. You take that little breather, let everybody kind of exhale a little bit, and then you've still got another timeout coming with the media timeout. So, you know, just kind of regain a little bit of composure, and then set something up, because right now it's only a 2-point game. With the guys on the floor, you got Burgess with four fouls, and you've also got A.D. Gray with 4 fouls. But then on top of that, you got Elam Shelby with 3, and you got Harrison Pickett with 3. So you want to make sure that whatever you set up, you know they're going to run the zone. You're not going to want to press too much and maybe draw a charge. You got to be a little bit more contained if you're Benton. That's a great timeout by Dexter Hendricks just to talk this one over and set something up.
Well, I think if you're both sides, you know the fouls are piling up. From the offensive standpoint, you can attack and go downhill because you know the defense is going to have to play a little bit less aggressive. And right now that has been the case. Terrion Burgess having a great day as expected for Benton. Leads all scorers with 27. Harrison Pickett's got 19. Courtney Crutchfield with 20. Arion Graydon with 14. 10 for Jamal Hickman. Raymond Hall's got 8. 6 for Randy Emerson Jr. And then for Benton, the role players, Shelby with 6. Gray with 6. Russell with 2.
I will say this, though. 35 personal fouls have been called in this game. And you know that, I mean, look, when you've got this type of pace where it's back and forth and you got a lot of running and transition, you're going to pick up fouls. Not quite, 35 fouls, there's a lot going on. But you just got to be a little bit more controlled about yourself, especially late in the game.
Well, and you got to adjust to the way that the fouls are being called as well. Certainly with aggression, you're going to have a lot of them. The refs have certainly called that adjust to the flow and try to figure out a way to get some offense. Both teams looking to attack. This zone has caused problems for Benton. Here in this fourth quarter, they've done a lot better job as the pull-up jumper from Prickett is too strong. Crutchfield the rebound. He looks to push. Feeds it off to Higgins. Back to Crutchfield for the tie. It's short. Tipped around. Saved by Higgins. And the Zebras will reset. They look for Braylon Hall. He'll drive through. Up against Burgess. Couldn't get it to go. That was a tough play against Burgess. Then now it's nearly thrown away. The Benton faithful want a foul. Other end. Floater. Swatted away. But he might have been fouled when he was.
And there's a foul underneath the basket. Now, who's the foul going to be on? They're going to say that the foul's going to go against Jamal Hickman. And that's going to be his third, and that's going to take us to the media timeout.
60-58, free throws win. We come back. A thriller from the small city. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family-owned, customer-friendly. Family-owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. But look, everybody!
Is now in session.
It's time for our Arkansas PBS Student All-Star, and I got one for you, JB. This is Luke Stump from Russellville High School. He's a post player, senior, 4.4 GPA. Plans to be a veterinarian in Australia. We see a lot of these, right? People want to go play college basketball, do all this. Probably the first time I've seen plans to be a veterinarian in Australia. And he is our Arkansas PBS Student All-Star.
You talk about most interesting for a future plan. That one might take the cake.
I mean, hey, dream big. I mean, I want, that's kind of my dream vacation is to go to Australia, right? Yeah. But I never thought of it as like, that's where I want my career to be.
Right.
Like, he's going to go take care of the kangaroos.
And all kinds of animals, that's right. 60-58, back to action. Free throws were promised to you when we came back. Russell connects on the first. A chance to make it a two-possession game, but my goodness, with 3:55 remaining, points have come often for both sides, and they're back off and running after the rip miss. Hall, too strong, but he's fouled, and if it's on Shelby.
No, I believe it's going to be 80 Gray.
And that'd
be 5 on him.
So 80 Gray's season has come to an end in terms, he's done. For this 2023-24 season, A.D. Gray finishing the year averaging 8 points per contest, 6 rebounds. He finishes the day with 6 points, 6 rebounds, a role player who contributed a lot.
So they're going to bring in Caleb Knight to replace him.
Hall's first free throws up and good. There's only one player on the floor for Pine Bluff in foul trouble. Well, I say foul trouble with 4 fouls. That's great. And there's 3 other players with 3 fouls. Burgess on the floor for Benton. He's got 4 as well. 61-60. Hart is erasing. This is a thriller. Zone coverage for the Zebras. They're howling. They get it to Burgess, but timeout's called first.
Yeah, then once again, another good timeout by Dexter Hendricks because of the fact that he was trapped. He had nowhere to go. He was trying to find Burgess on the right side. Then when he came back, he saw a Pine Bluff player in his face. So he said, look, Dexter Hendricks, call a timeout, get your guys set. You still got 23 on the shot clock. And this is going to allow you, every possession moving forward has to be a meaningful possession. And whether it ends with a score, you got to at least go strong with it. You can't have any wasted possessions at this point with it being a one-point game.
Wasted possessions is a great way to put that. Something that both of these teams did a lot of. Really, in the 3 previous quarters, they've done a better job in this quarter. But that could very well be the difference in the game down the stretch. 61-60. Benton leads by 1. Reminder, they led by as much as 14 at one point in the game, but a 9-0 run before the half by Pine Bluff. With 45 seconds, they went on a 9-0 run to cut things down.
I mean, and that's one thing we don't, it seems like so long ago that 14-point lead was intact. And, I mean, Pine Bluff just kept chipping, and they finally got it down to a 5-point lead, and then I think it was tied up, and then they had the lead. I mean, we forget about this. Pine Bluff, to start the second half, they led in this ball game.
And they go up and take the lead. Their last lead was at the 1:36 mark in the third quarter. They led 52-51. Benton hadn't gone out by much in front since. It's been very close. 61-60 as we resume play. Caleb Knight manning the point for the Panthers. He'll look to feed Russell. Shot clock's winding down. Still got time, though. Gonna have to go to work. Russell feeds the Knight. They'll get Shelby. Gotta put it up. He's not gonna get it off. That's a shot clock violation. The defense clamps down for the Zebras.
I mean, you gotta know where you're at on the floor and the time on the clock. And you know, we talked about wasted possessions. That's not what you want out of a timeout.
So Shelby feeding instead of pulling the shot. The turnover, the 20th of the day. Is Higgins looking to set up shop, feeds to Hall. He's their point guard they like to run offense through. Zebras looking for the lead, their first since the third quarter, but we'll have to wait. As Coach Billy Dixon wants to timeout, and I think both coaches know how important each possession is. That's why they're calling timeouts at this juncture.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, for Billy Dixon, same thing that we just said with Dexter Hendricks. Like, you want to set something up and have something controlled. You want to set up a play to really feed either Courtney Crutchfield or Darian Graydon, one of those guys, because rather than just running in transition or just kind of going on the fly, now you come back, and if you score, you take the lead. It's now going to be a back-and-forth affair for Pine Bluff to try to get back and take the lead in this one with 2:54 to play.
Well, and because of the fast pace of play, something that has altered in terms of strategy a little bit is the foul trouble. Teams have to alter their strategy just a little bit because of that. So let's take a look here at our statters for this weekend. Troy Mitchell and company, they have done an incredible job. This is not their first go-around, but my goodness, they're one of the best to do it.
And by the way, if you're at home, that link at the very bottom, AAA.statbroadcast.com. If you want to go and watch the stats in real time, Troy's doing it, and you can watch them at home as we call the game.
2:50 remaining. Up and under, no call, out of bounds off of Pine Bluff. And you know, the way this game's been going, you just anticipated a foul being called.
But I will say this, great job that time by Shelby, because he came in and swiped, watch, comes in, and it was ball. Like, he didn't have hand, he came in with ball on top.
Did a good job of getting out of the way, because if he's there, it's probably a foul. Benton trying to add to the lead. Prickett floats it up, no, tipped around, and the rebound to Graydon. How big has he been?
Yeah, I mean, he's a force. And once again, another guy playing with 4 fouls.
Braylon Hall with the basketball. Throws it, it's off the arms of Higgins and out of play. A huge turnover for the Zebras.
Yeah, I mean, this is you know, for Pine Bluff, Caden Higgins, he was coming in too hot. And once again, what we saw early in the ball game, got to catch it before you move.
And that is something Pine Bluff has struggled with. That one's a big turnover late in the game. 1-point advantage for Benton. Shelby thought about the three. Feeds to Russell. His drive was cut off. They'll have to reset. Prickett, elbow, feed, corner for Knight. Off fire, no, and the rebound to Braylon Hall. Zebras, outlet to Crutchfield for the lead. He got it! And he's fouled for a chance in and one. And if that foul was, who was the foul on? I think they called it on Shelby. So that's his 4th foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Shelby with his 4th.
What a play from Crutchfield. Can you call him Courtney Crutchfield yet? My goodness, what a play. He'll have another one. Free throw is good. The and one, a 2-point advantage for Pine Bluff.
We talked about these two superstars for Benton and Pine Bluff. Crutchfield's got 23, and Burgess has got 27.
Both fans coming to life. It's ruckus in Hot Springs. A 5A state title on the line. Prickett to tie us up at 63. Pine Bluff off and running as they've done all game. Hall kicks it out, but he traveled. He traveled. Another big turnover for the Zebras.
And see, this is what we talked about. You got the pace of the game going back and forth. Those two coaches calling those timeouts to slow things down and set things up, because these are those wasted possessions that we talked about, getting too fast for the ball game.
Now a flash for a steal. The Zebras have got it. Hickman for the lead. He is fouled and they get it to go. You have got to be kidding me.
Wow. That's Pickett. I believe that's who they're going to get it on.
Jamal Hickman. The jump snap. The ball fake. How about the steal, though, from Caden Higgins on Knight? That's the second time he's picked Knight's pocket. And then Hickman, the finish, he'll have the end one.
And Pickett, that's Pickett's 4th foul, by the way.
Wow. So Prickett in foul trouble as well. There's 3 Panthers on the floor with 4 fouls. Prickett, Shelby, and Burgess. This free throw's big. It's off the mark. Burgess the rebound, still a 2-point game. Panthers down by a bucket.
Got 1 minute left.
Russell, the 3 too strong. It's tipped around, loose basketball. Picked up by the Panthers. Shelby's blocked. Zebras have got it. The outlet to Crutchfield. He's fouled, but he couldn't get it to go.
I don't know how you don't get a foul down here on Shelby. He got slammed to the floor on the other end.
The Panthers not happy. Russell, we'll see here. Shelby going up. He did get bodied by Graydon.
But, I mean, actually, it was a good call, though. I mean, they went up, and he hit ball.
Good defense. How about Graydon? Knowing he's got 4 fouls, knows he's got to get up and get the block. He does. Crutchfield a chance to make this a 2-possession game with 45 seconds to go. These are big. First one. Too strong for Crutchfield. Look at this again.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a judgment call at that point. You could call it a foul, but he went and hit ball on top side.
Crutchfield second. Got that one. Still a 1-possession game. If you're Benton, you don't need a 3 right here. Still play your offense. Get a good look.
Benton shooting 35% right now from 3-point.
Knight's got an open lane. Off the rim. He threw it away. Graydon's got the ball. Pine Bluff looking to push. They get it to Hickman. Touch pass, Graydon. They'll swing it around. Somebody's got a foul, and Russell will foul him on the edge. And that'll send the Zebras at the line. Braylon Hall with 2 of the biggest free throws of his life coming up. But we got a timeout first. Wow, give credit to Pine Bluff. They've made plays, but I will say this, Benton shot themselves in the foot just a couple of times. You had the steal against Knight, and then there on that possession, the throw by Knight off the rim comes to Pine Bluff.
Yeah, and look, you got a guy, Knight, in the ball game that wasn't in the starting five. I mean, and no, it's no knock on him.
Yeah, you're right.
But you're missing one of your starters late in the ball game that would normally be in the ball game, and so, you know, it is what it is at this point. I think that, look, there's still plenty of time. You got 25.4 seconds left. Now the shot clock's gonna be turned off. If Ben can get a stop, or well, I guess they're gonna probably get a foul and then take them to the free throw line. Here's what you got to do. You've got to just hope. They miss the free throws and you go down there and try to tie this thing up. I mean, that's really what you're looking for at this point.
That's right. I believe the foul before the timeout was 5, so there will be free throws, which is good for Benton because no more clock will come off. And then what you'll have is the Panthers make or miss. They've got to have a good offensive possession. But before that, if you're Pine Bluff and Braylon Hall, you really want both, but you need at least one. We're making a 2-possession game. So here we go. Braylon Hall with some big free throws. He's short on the first. Wow.
I'm telling you, free throw shooting has not been the strong suit for Pine Bluff in this one, especially here in the second half. Now they're 22 of 30 for the game.
The senior Braylon Hall trying to make it a 2-possession game. Got it. 4-point lead for the Zebras. Benton got to move quick. But they've got to break the pressure. They nearly throw it away. Burgess over to Russell. 3, too strong. Tipped around. Pulled down by Hall. You got to foul. Burgess fouls him, and that is number 5. Terrion Burgess fouls out. An incredible performance from Burgess. 27 points for Terrion Burgess. Played his tail off. The junior with an electric afternoon, but
I mean, he had 27 points. I mean, he did everything that he could possibly do in this game.
First free throw from Hall is up and good.
A little less pressure when you got a 4-point lead trying to shoot those free throws.
Yeah, you got a little bit. The one he made previous was the one where there was the pressure. He did that. Now with it a 5-point lead for Pine Bluff, they can feel back-to-back state titles. Misses that one. Panthers going to have to move very quick. You don't have time to get it to your guy. Prickett ahead. Shelby, the 3, too strong. Pine Bluff, the board. And that will do it. Pine Bluff takes the 5A crown. Back-to-back state champs. And it'll come home to Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Well, I tell you what, they came in, they knew the challenge. They knew the challenge, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And Pine Bluff did it.
68-63. We'll have the post game coming up for you in just a moment. Pine Bluff, back-to-back state champs. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, exceptional service. Because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
You wouldn't drink it, so why breathe it? Vaping liquids contain chemical oils that can severely damage your lungs. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie. I row with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody!
Attention sports enthusiasts. Get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryant. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryant. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
What does it mean to be great?
It's the rhythm of the heart.
The spirit refusing to surrender.
It isn't born from a moment of glory. It's woven in the fabric of progress.
For the journey is where champions are born. To be courageous is to dance with the storm of adversity. The fact that I have UAMS Health by my side, it's just a blessing. And without UAMS Health, I wouldn't be the player that I am today.
We're launching our 2024 New Member Challenge, and our goal is to gain 2,500 new members before June 30th. If we reach our goal, Arkansas PBS Foundation will receive a $45,000 challenge fund provided by generous ambassador Circle donors. If you're already a donor to Arkansas PBS, thank you. We couldn't do it without you. If not, now is the perfect time to join and help us meet our 2024 New Member Challenge goal.
Be nervous. A little.
And action! Bright things ahead, darling. Brightness and joy.
I've got plans.
Everything feels better after a cup of tea. Now talking.
I just want to be right here in this moment with you.
You're going to be a bigger star than ever.
This is good news for all of us.
Best episode ever.
Do you want to come to Antiques Roadshow in Bentonville, Arkansas?
Yeah!
You made my day.
Holy moly.
Scan code or visit pbs.org/roadshow2024 to enter for tickets and see complete rules. Deadline is March 18th, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time. Winners selected at random. Must be 18 to apply. Good luck.
This is the PBS app, ready for you when you want to watch full episodes of your favorites. Stream anytime, anywhere with the free PBS app.
Arkansas PBS offers the inspiration you need to do it yourself, with a wide variety of programs to satisfy the innovator in you. From sewing to gardening to home improvement and cooking, we have everything to fulfill your DIY needs. Tune in every Saturday for your fix of DIY programs, only on Arkansas PBS.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
The commitment it takes to be a winner on the field is the same as the commitment Centennial shows its customers. Patience, perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field. Whether you're cheering on your home team or needing encouragement starting a new business, let Centennial Bank help you make plans for your future. Centennial, for all of life's moments. Member FDIC.
ZK Arena in the wake of the Pine Bluff Zebras back-to-back state title. What a game it was. We're here with Coach Billy Dixon, JB Brazil alongside RJ Hawk. Coach, as you looked here, you saw the trophy presentation. It's got to mean a lot for you guys as you win it back-to-back.
Oh my God, it means so much. It really does. I mean, it's a difficult challenge just to get here the first time. And for my guys to stay focused and locked, and we're able to come and go back-to-back, playing a team that took it to us twice during the regular season. Yes, it's a great feeling. I promise you, it's a great feeling.
Coach, I go back to the first half, right before halftime. You guys are down like 14 points. You made 4 stops, and you scored 7 points in about 20 seconds. Right. That gave you a lot of momentum going in the halftime locker room.
We have what's called get a kill. A kill is 3 defensive stops consecutively. So when we had that last timeout, that's what we talked about. Guys, we knew we had played horrible. We really had played horrible the whole first half. I mean, we scored, what, 6 minutes and scored 1 point?
Yeah.
So when we called that timeout, we refocused the guys and we changed our defense up a little bit. Let's get a kill. Let's get a kill. Because kills turn over. Transition, we had to get out and move the ball. So, yeah, that was a great feeling to turn it around. I told the guys at halftime, for us to be down by 5, playing the way that we played, we're fine. Let's go back and let's be Pine Bluff. And they responded.
And that's exactly what they did. Coach, I want to talk about the adjustments for you guys in the second half, but more importantly, defensively, that seemed to be the emphasis, while also adjusting to the fouls that were being called. What was the mindset for you guys?
Well, we had to go to the zone, which was part of our plan all along. No one expects us to play zone. We're a man-to-man team. We're going to pressure you. We're going to run and jump. I told the guys all week, I said, listen, we're going to show the state something different. We're going to get in the zone, and I'm not just saying that because that's what we did. I'm saying that because that was the plan. When we narrowed it to 5, I said to guys, listen, we just need to bump up. Then we reached a point we couldn't. We got to go to the zone anyway, and that's what we did. We went to the zone. We played really 3 different zones that whole second half in terms of making happen what we need to make happen. Defense is what we in championship. That's what we tell guys. We get stagnated. We don't score the ball sometime, and that's what happened to us. But it doesn't matter if you play defense.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win, back-to-back state titles. Go enjoy the win with your team and community.
Thank you guys so much.
Coach.
Absolutely.
What a game it was. We will talk to our player of the game, the MVP, as we look at our stats momentarily. 68-63, the final for Pine Bluff. They've done it in back-to-back years, and they all, really a lot of it came down to the play of Courtney Crutchfield, 24-piece on the day. We're here with Courtney. Congrats on the win, young man. You played your tail off. It's gotta feel great.
Hey, it feels good going back to back. I mean, we really supposed to did a 3-peat my sophomore year, but you know, I just want to thank God for getting me here, having my team here out here that came ready to compete, and we got the job done.
Courtney, you didn't play a whole lot in the first game against Benton. You didn't play at all in the second game against Benton. You had something to prove in this one.
Most definitely. I cannot be beat by the same team 3 times in a row. That's a no-go. But like I said, they got a great ball club. I think all them guys coming back next year. They'll be fun to watch next year, but this year it was ours.
Real quick, let me ask you, you're going to Missouri to play football. This is going to be your last time playing basketball, especially with these guys. What'd that mean to lace it up one more time, come out here and play high school basketball with these guys?
That mean a lot because I could have early enrolled, but I chose, since I've been with them my whole life playing travel ball, middle school ball, I just decided to come back and get the job done with them again.
Well, Courtney, congrats again on the win. Go enjoy it with your family and friends and teammates. What a game it was. The 5A champions, Pine Bluff. As we look ahead for what's next, don't go anywhere, at least for a little bit.
You got about an hour and a half. But
that's right.
Go
if you want to sit, you can.
Go get a bite to eat, go to the bathroom, and then you can come back and see us.
Well, the 6A girl final coming up, Little Rock Central and Conway. The 6A boys to follow. That will wrap up day 2 of the state finals. A lot of fun up ahead, but it's the Zebras from Pine Bluff. Consecutive years in a row, 2 in a row, back-to-back state titles as they claim the victory. That's going to do it for us here at Bank OZK Arena. For my partner RJ Hawk, a pleasure. I'm JB Brazil alongside the rest of our Arkansas PBS crew, saying so long. You've been watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.